Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joycel Sapong. I am a nurse by profession and I have a professional license to practice in Ghana, England and in America. This is my first ever YouTube video, so please pardon me for any errors or any faults. Don't hold it against me. So as we all know, before you could get a license to practice in any country, you have to go through some processes, and these processes sometimes can be very hectic. So I've taken it upon myself to help people go through it smoothly since I have been through it. So that is what this channel is all about. So we're going to be talking mostly about IELTS and NCLEX. So stay tuned, join me in this journey, and let's do it. But before that, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Right, so today we're going to talk about IELTS and IELTS reading specifically. So we all know about all the types of IELTS we have, and this video is specifically for academic reading. I know some people say that it is basically the same for IELTS, academic and general, but I've not sat for the general, so I can't speak for it. What I'm speaking for is the IELTS academic reading. So that's what I'm going to talk about, because that is what I have been through, and I would say that is what I have more knowledge about. Disclaimer: I am not recognized by British Council to teach IELTS or train anybody in IELTS. This video and all the information I have to share is purely from experience and the little knowledge I've gathered from the British Council side. So if you want to use it, if you find it useful and you think you can apply it, that is absolutely fine and it's up to you. But this is what I used and this is what's helped me. That is why I thought that it could help people, so I wanted to bring it out. So as we all know, with the reading, you are required to answer 40 questions with 3 independent passages in 60 minutes. Yeah, so this exam is structured in such a way that you can finish in 60 minutes and get about 9 if you know what you're doing. So let's go straight to the point and let's talk about the little strategy I managed to pass the IELTS. So my first point in the strategy will be self-assessment. Yes, self-assessment. Self-assessment, because we all know ourselves, we know our weaknesses and we know our strengths. So we all know what we are good at and what we are not good at. So one thing I find very helpful for somebody going to sit for this exam for the first time, or if you are going to retake the exam, what I think will be helpful is to assess yourself. Know where you are not good at. Sit down, understand it, be honest with yourself and accept that this is not where I am not good at, and it will help you to study very well. That genuinity will give you that strength to push more, because you have accepted it that this is where I am not good at. So I think that was one of the things that really helped me in identifying this little strategy. My second strategy will be to read the title and the topic sentence. I've seen a lot of messages and a lot of things on the internet saying skim and scan the passages, the passage before you answer, make sure you understand the passage. I don't think it works. This exam is not about the passage, it is about the questions. So read the topic sentence, grasp the general idea of what we are talking about. So for instance, if the topic was geography or art museum, that will be the topic. So just read that, and it tells you that, okay, fine, this is what we're going to talk about. and then they will definitely give out a topic sentence to describe or sort of give a general idea of what the passage is about. That is enough. That is what you need to know, because at that point, at that moment, your brain is tired and your brain is stressed. It cannot capture everything in the passage. So you skimming and scanning the whole passage before you come to the question is not a great idea. And it is not, this exam is not about the passage. It is about the questions and answering them. So that will be my strategy number 2, that I think if people look at it is going to help them. So now to my third point, which is the ultimate secret. That's what I call the ultimate secret. Did you know that there are 11 task types or 11 question types that you can get in Ielts reading, and you get at least 6 of the question types? Yes, that is it. So once you are able to identify this, trust me, and know how to solve them, you are definitely going to pass. You are definitely going to pass. Right, so let's get into it. So with these tax types, I have managed to group them into 2 categories. So I have one that I call the in order of passage, and I have one that I call not in order of passage. So I'll put them here so you could have a look at what the tax types are and how I have grouped them. With the in order of passage, it basically means that if you are answering a question and it is in this category, it means they are going to be in order. In order means if you get the answer for question 5 in a part of the passage, it means that the answer for question 6 shouldn't be far or away from where the answer for question 5 is. Yes, I wish somebody had told me this. Why did nobody tell me this? Yes, I know some people might have figured that out, but didn't really think it was a thing. Maybe. However, this is what I found, and I think it's been the best thing that I managed to know. So let's practice it and know how to go about it. So let's put everything that we've studied today into practice. So this is the Cambridge IELTS 10, text 1, and is academic reading. So as we've said before, the second strategy was to read the topic and the topic sentence, or to read the title and the topic sentence. So looking at this passage, we have stepwells. That is the title, and the topic sentence says or reads, a millennium ago, stepwells were fundamental to life in the driest parts of India. Richard Cox traveled to northwestern India to document these spectacular monuments from a bygone era. That is all you need to know. Jump straight to the questions and you start solving. So you come to the questions. Before you even read the questions, read the instructions of the question. Read the instructions first so you know what to expect or how the answers are going to be. So with this one, the instruction is a true, false, not given type of question, which falls under the in order of summary type of question. So let's look at question 1, and then we would come back to the passage and read. So question 1 says, examples of Asian stepwells can be found all over the world. So looking at this, we are looking for something that is similar to all over the world, or opposite to all over the world, or not even stated in it. So you go straight to that question. You have this at the back of your mind. You go straight to the passage and you start reading. So let me zoom in so we could read it well. So it says, during the 6th and the 7th centuries, the inhabitants of the northern day states of Gujarat and Rajasthan in northwestern India developed a method of gaining access to clean, fresh groundwater during the dry season for drinking, bath, and watering animals and irrigation. However, the significance of this invention, the stepwell, goes beyond its utilitarian application. That is it. We've just read the first paragraph and it didn't really tell us much about it. It's fine. Let's jump to the next paragraph, and then maybe you will find the answer there. Right. So the next paragraph says, unique to this region, step wells are right. So that tells us unique to this region. So we are looking for something that is either opposite or the same, or not even stated at all as all over the world. So example, go back to the question which says examples of ancient step wells can be found all over the world. And here are the questions that in the passage we can see unique to this region. Let's underline it and we'll see. So that is opposite to what the question is asking. So the answer for question 1 will be false. Right. So let's read the question 2 and then we come back to the passage and read to find it. So question 2 says, step wells had a range of functions in addition to those related to water collections. So because we ended at the second paragraph, we're not going to start the first paragraph or read the first paragraph to get or to look for the answer for question 2. You continue from where you stopped. So let's assume we read to say that unique to this region, step wells often architecturally complex and very widely in shape and in size and shape. During their heyday, they were places of gathering, of leisure and relaxation and of worship for villagers of all but the lowest classes. So that also basically, let's underline that part. So which says gathering of leisure and relaxation and of worship. So that tells you that that is the answer for question 2. So question 2 will be true. So look at this whole idea. Look at the distance between where you found the answer for question 1 and where you found the answer for question 2. It is not far. You don't have to think about something big. You don't have to be looking through the passages no, it is always in order. Because you've not got time. It's only 20 minutes you are allocated to with regards to this passage. So you don't have to be skimming and scamming the whole passage. No, it is always in order. Right. So these number 2 and number 1 and number 2, as we've solved, are all in one task type. So let's go to question 5 and question 6, which are in different task types, and let's see how it transitions. So we're going to question 5, which is a true false not giving question, and then we'll continue with question 6, which is another task type, which is I think is a sentence completion or a summary. I would say it's summary. Right. So let's go to question 5, which says the number of steps above the water level in a step well altered during the course of a year. So in this question, we are looking at course of the year, and step well altered. So these are basically what we're looking for from the passage to see if we get something that is opposite, similar, or probably not even stated in there. Right, so let's continue from where we stopped. So most step wells are found dotted around the desert, around areas of Gujarat and Rajasthan, while a few also survived Delhi. Some were located in the near villages as public spaces for the community. Others were positioned beside roads as resting places for travelers. As the name suggests, step wells comprise of series of stones. Right. Descending from ground level to water source. Normally, an underground aquifer as it recedes following the rains. Right. So that this one also tells us, it says, as it recedes following the rains. So as we all know, it doesn't rain all year long. The weather is always seasonal. So that should tell us that when it is rainy season, which is basically from looking at the question is when it is that course of the year or that time of the year, it alters. And where do we see that? It says, when the water level was high, the user needed only to descend a few steps to reach it. And when it was low, several levels would have to be negotiated. So that is it for question 5. So the answer for question 5 will be true. So let's go straight to question 6, which is a summary type of question, which is totally different. So we want to see where the answer for question 6 is and the distance between them to see if this strategy applies and works. Right, so let's go to question 6. So with question 6, the question says, always read the instruction first. The instruction talks about making sure that your answer is only one word. So don't try it more than a word. Follow the instructions and then do as it says. So which part of some step wells provided shade for people? So we'll continue from where we ended, which is says some wells are vast open craters with hundreds of steps paving each sloping side, often in tiers. Others are more elaborate with long stepped passages leading to the water via several stories. Built from stone and supported by pillars, they also included pavilions that sheltered visitors from the relentless heat. That sounds like is our answer. Let's go back to the question and see. So, which part of the step wells provided shade for people? And then it says, also included pavilions that sheltered visitors. So let's underline that. Pavilions that sheltered visitors. So in this, looking at the passage and the question, putting them side by side, we will say the shade is the pavilion, sheltered is provided, and visitors is people. So that is how you look at it and then you get your answer. But because it's asked for only one word, the answer for question 6 will be pavilions. So let's look at our strategy number 3, how it works here, it applies here. Look at the distance between the answer for question 5 and the answer for question 6. It is not far at all. Not far from each other at all. So you go straight to it. You can see that irrespective of the type of question or the type of question you have, irrespective of the task, so far as it is all in order, you know for sure it is going to follow each other, unless it falls in another category, which is the not in order, where you would have to use the whole passage to answer that kind of question. Yeah, so that is how to apply it. Most of the times when there are certain questions, they bring out the not in order of passage type of question first. So you will end up, or you will feel like reading the whole passage before answering those types, and you end up spending all of your time on one particular passage without even finishing it. So that is what it is about. But I feel that if you are able to answer the in order of passage questions first, it will sort of give you an idea on how to go about the rest, and then it makes it easy to answer the not in order because you've basically read through the passage whilst answering your questions, so you will be able to grasp where some information is when it comes to solving the not in order questions. So that is the little strategy I've managed to get, and I hope you find this helpful. Honestly, I've used this and it has helped me. I hope it helped you too. So if you found this video helpful and if you enjoyed it, please like it and share to your friends who might also find it helpful. And please subscribe to my channel and let's get this journey going. Thank you for watching. Bye.